Who's doing the transcription on this? I've got it down as Rob, Graham, and Alistair. And Parksy.
I'll do the first.
Parksy, do you want to do the first half of broadcast?
Yes. No problem.
So Rob, your first half of broadcast?
No, I'm
Parksy
first written. I am.
Okay.
I'll do first half of written.
Okay, I'll do second half of written.
That means Greg
Hey,
doing the
guys,
second half of broadcast.
Okay, we're all good to go. If we just kick off with broadcast and then into written, and just a reminder again, if we can just have one question and one follow-up from each person. Jamie, if you want to kick us off, please.
Morning, Stuart.
How doing?
Not bad, mate. When it comes to going away in the Six Nations, how much from those trips to London and Paris last year do you try and replicate, given the success on the field that you had?
It's completely different, and I say that because we went to two venues last year in Twickenham and Stade de France with nobody watching. So it's completely different. We're coming to one of the most hostile places in world rugby, a venue that I've told the boys this week, if you haven't been fortunate enough to play here yet, then you're going to get your eyes opened. It's one hell of an atmosphere. It's a great place to play rugby. The Welsh absolutely love supporting their teams. So yeah, it's a completely different challenge for us, but one that we're very, very much looking forward to.
I mean, sometimes you think maybe we can overplay the importance of that crowd, but I mean, how can you prepare for coming into a hostile place like this?
I think the biggest thing for us, Jamie, is to very much concentrate on being ourselves, to go out there and express ourselves, to play our game plan. We know what we're going to try and implement on the field, our structures, the way we want to attack and defend, and it's just going out there and, as I say, being ourselves for 80 minutes. There's going to be times that we're up against that. There's going to be times that we're on the front foot, as to relish and enjoy these moments, to enjoy these challenges and make the most of them.
Cheers, good luck.
Paul or Mark Benstead next.
Hi, Stuart. Paul Barnes from BBC Scotland here. Is it fair to say that in the past, when you went down to Cardiff, you went there maybe with hope, and that's changed these days to expectation? And if so, can you just articulate the change in the squad over the last few years?
I think for us as a squad, we've got a huge amount of, we've gained a huge amount of valuable experience. You know, we've been in places that we've been challenged. We've been on the wrong end of the scoreline. But it's probably, you know, moving forward, it's probably a good thing to happen to us. Obviously, at the time, it's not ideal, but as I say, the boys have gained valuable experience. We feel we're in a better place. And ultimately, it's hopefully stands us in good stead moving forward. I think for us now, there's a huge amount of belief within this squad. We're not getting too carried away in terms of what we've done, but you know, we believe in each other, that we can go out there and get these victories, and you know, hopefully tomorrow we can do exactly that. It's going to be incredibly challenging, incredibly tough for us for 80 minutes, but we're hugely excited for it all at the same time.
Can you just expand a little bit on what you said to Jamie in your first answer about this fixture in particular and what the Principality Stadium brings to the event? You said you had a pep talk with a couple of the boys who've never experienced it before. What's it like? We've never done that. I mean, we watch it from the sidelines on the television. It looks incredible. It looks like one of the best stadiums in the world to play rugby. Tell me what it's like. That's
quality. It's absolutely incredible. I think for us, you know, for me personally, outside of BT Murrayfield, it's the best place to play rugby. You know, I made my debut here a long time ago, and every time you get the opportunity to come down to Wales, you love the whole weekend, because it's a weekend that, you know, a hell of a lot of Scottish people come down to. I know personally from Hawick, there's about 4 or 5 bus loads and a huge amount of cars that are currently making or have made their way down here. So it's a very, very special weekend. Everybody very much looks forward to it. But, you know, Scotland-Wales, it's a huge fixture, you know, for me to come down here to an opportunity to represent Scotland in one of the best stadiums in world rugby is quality. but we're here to do a job. We're here to do a job, and that's the sole focus. And hopefully tomorrow we can do exactly that.
Stuart, you mentioned you made your debut there a long time ago. It's 10 years now. Can you give us an idea of the evolution of the Scotland side during that decade from your point of view?
Yeah, look, I think, as I said earlier, there's been some highs and some lows, but I've enjoyed it all at the same time. I think over the last few years, since Gregor's come in, we seem to be making good progress. And as I said earlier, the boys are gaining valuable experience to be able to grow individually, collectively, and make sure we're continually moving forward. This Scotland squad now, as I said last week in the press conference, this Scotland squad's the best I've been involved in, on and off the field, and hopefully we can continue to rise as a team.
And what kind of state do you think Wales are in as you face them? How would you assess them?
They're a fantastic side. They're quality. I think for us to come down here last week, they probably didn't get a chance to show exactly what they're about. They'll be hurting after last week. But look, they've got an incredible squad. They're playing at home. The record here speaks volumes. So now we prepared well. We feel we're in a good place. But it counts for nothing unless we back up tomorrow and show a true reflection of ourselves. And I know that we're going to do that.
Any more from broadcast, Anthony or Gareth?
Maybe just one from me, if that's okay. Stuart, it's Dan Biggers and Jonathan Dowse's 100th international appearance tomorrow in Cardiff. Just a quick word on that milestone, but a couple of years ago, you ruined Alan Wynne-Jones's milestone at Llanelli when he became the world record cap holder. I suppose you'll be wanting to do that again tomorrow.
I think it's an incredible achievement for both those guys. Two players that I've got a huge amount of respect and admiration for. To have worked with both of them. I know what it'll mean to them. So, that's a huge achievement and huge congratulations to them. And, no doubt tomorrow that everyone in Wales will be wanting to celebrate that. So, as I say, fair play to them. It's an incredible achievement.
Dan Biggers captain now, your opposite number, he's merged as that another role.
Yeah, it's quality. For me, I think, he's got captain next to his name, but I think the only difference that'll for me will be the only difference in what he's done in the last few years. He's very much a leader and a driver within their squad, and you can see that a large majority of the play goes through him. So he takes a lot of onus on himself. So he's a quality individual, great bloke off the field, and I'm sure tomorrow he'll be wanting to make a huge impact in the game.
Hi, Stuart. Just a quick one from me. Jamie Ritchie obviously having to pull out for pretty much the rest of the season. I mean, how much of a blow is that for the team and for him?
It's a huge blow for Jamie, first and foremost. I think for me, he was playing some very, very good rugby. We touched on Dan Bigger being a leader in the Welsh squad. Jamie has been a massive help to myself and the rest of the squad over the last couple of years. He's been one of our best players. He works incredibly hard in his game. Speaks really well, leads really well, and somebody that I can rely heavily on. And I wish Jamie a speedy recovery. He's been a big miss this week in and around the squad, but like everything, it gives an opportunity for other boys to come in and stamp their authority on the game. And for me, Sam Skinner's been quality over the last few years, and I'm excited to see what he can do in the 6 jersey. And obviously gives an opportunity for Rory Dars to come on at the bench as well. So as I say, it's heartbreaking for Jamie, but it's good opportunities for somebody else to come in and hopefully make Scottish rugby even stronger.
Cheers.
If we can move on to